in the fourth quarter. But right now, these are young guys. They can go all day. Okay, Hill rolling to his left, looking downfield, getting pressured, and finally sacked on the play by number 50. And number 50 is Amon Webster out of Ike.
Still third down.
Okay, rolling, and finally down the ground. Again, Eisenhower, a tremendous program there. Coach Hoke, year after year, sends players to these all-star games, and in my opinion, sent the best player ever out of high school, Ronnie Lott, a few years ago. Ronnie Lott, tremendous player. And that is the end of the first quarter of play, and San Bernardino leads the Riverside County All-Stars 6-0. Again, it's been a good game so far. I think that people expected maybe a little more offense. These are pretty much wide open offensive schemes that the two coaches have selected their squads to play with. But so far, both defenses have done very well. Okay, it's a field goal try from the 31-yard line. And again, just like Hawkins' PAT, this ball didn't go very far. And there's the athletic number 16, Lamar Broadway, who was the holder on that play, came up with the ball but unable to scoot up for a first down. Again, he and Bass are headed off to Hawaii, and I could think of much worse places to go.
Now, as you watch here, Alan, the ball isn't placed down correctly. He doesn't get anything on it, and the kicker's heads up instead of concentrating on the ball where he's going to touch the ball to try and get it over the uprights.
And it'll be a first down for the boys in blue, the San Bernardino All-Star squad. Again, this time it's Drake right under center. Takes a snap and fires one out to guess who? Number 21. That's Michael Hawkins. Again, a lot of these young kids are headed off to college, and again, Bass and Broadway out of Centennial, CIF Division V champions, going to Hawaii. Like I said, what a horrible 4 years to go, or 5 years to go to Hawaii, you know.
Somebody's got to do it, though.
Somebody's got to do it, and it's the BB gun out of Centennial, Bass and Broadway. And we wish those two young men luck, and they're great individuals also. We had a chance to meet with them this year as we did their CIF playoff game for the finals, and both these young men are very talented athletes and great young men. Okay, Drake out of the shotgun with Hawkins in motion. Flag on the play, getting pressured, and he just woke up number 98. Did you see that?
That's right.
That's Lamar Sykes out of Poly, one of our scholarship winners. He was thinking about all the things he's going to do with his scholarship money, and boom, Drake hits him and wakes him up. Look at this, boom, hey! I hate when that happens.
But with that kind of penetration, there's just not a whole lot you can do.
Yeah, Drake really was on the scramble there, had to release the ball. Too much pressure from the Riverside defense. Okay, this time out of the shotgun. Oh, another low snap. Ball on the ground. Flags everywhere. And let's see who recovered that fumble.
Well, they seem to be getting a little heated out there. There's a little after play action.
Yeah, well, it's very competitive. The Riverside squad's lost two. Let's see what we can see here real quick. Get another low snap. Kicked around. And that's number 40, Huang Mai, out of Riverside Poly. And he a neat story. This kid, as he did well this year for Poly, so did their fortunes. And when he was injured, unfortunately, they didn't do well. So he was an outstanding player for that Riverside Poly squad. But the ball is going back to San Bernardino, again out of the shotgun. Here comes, tremendous pressure. That's number 99, Ika Tamiafuna, out of Centennial with the QB sack. Poor Drake didn't have a chance to say hello. What do we see here?
Again, steps back, has good focus, good concentration, has no idea that he's on his back.
Yeah, that's right. He, again, from his right side, just left side, blindsided by Tamiafuna. Again, a lot of Samoans have migrated to the Inland Empire and are making their presence felt here in the Inland Empire Football Classic. Okay, Hawkins back to punt. Again, he's already shown us a fine leg. Again, a big boot. Carries down to the 30-yard line, and that's Lamar Broadway scampering outside and finally corralled on the play.
Just a host of San Bernardino.
And it's number 35 on the tackle, Chris Gomez, out of San Bernardino for the San Bernardino All-Stars. Look at the error he gets here.
Great hang time.
Doesn't quite get it to turnover.
Great hang time. And you know, you got to hand it to Drake. Every time something happens, he's got his wits about him. He's got a good, mature attitude. He covers the ball up.
That's right. A lot, that's on that sack. That's where a lot of people lose the ball, and Drake just kind of wrapped it up. As soon as he felt it, wrapped it up. Okay, Farrell on the carry for a short gain. Again, there's been nothing up the middle for either team in the running game, and both teams have really good inside runners. San Bernardino has Exnor Cox out of Cajon, and Riverside has number 32, Josh Farrell, out of Elsinore, who'll be playing in the Texas-California All-Star game here in a week or so. Okay, again, changing up the quarterback duties. This is 16 Broadway handling it for Riverside. Fakes to Farrell, throws downfield to number 1, his teammate Bass, but the officials say that one hit the turf first, or the grass. That's real grass out there.
That is real grass out there tonight. And you know that that particular pass was kind of a sidearm pass. I think he tried to rush it too much. Here we'll see in the replay. See, it's a sidearm pass, and it just kind of wobbled out there, and it dropped real fast, kind of like a knuckleball.
Yeah, and even there on the replay, it was hard to see if he got that or not, but the officials are usually right. You know, football officials are some of the best officials you'll see at the high school level.
Right on the play.
Okay, Broadway with the ball, gives a little Utah shovel pass to Farrell. Farrell motoring upfield. That's what I like. I like that north-south running, and he shows you the first down signal.
It's that extra effort, that second effort. Once he gets it, we'll see it here on the replay. He gets in trouble, quarterback sees him, flips it out to him, tucks it away, and off he goes to the races. Looks for daylight and heads right to it.
And see, it wraps up that ball. For you young kids out there who are just getting into high school or still in junior high, when you get to that high school level, or if you're playing junior All-American, what you saw Farrell do there is the proper way to handle that ball when you feel the pressure coming on. Okay, this is number 84, Adam Watson out of Temecula with the catch on play. There's another kid I liked. I've seen him play a couple times, actually several times over the last few years, and he's just a big target here.
You know, he's 6'5", and by golly, just no matter where you put it around him, he's going to bring it in. He's going to reel it in. 3 more feet with those arms. And he's still going forward.
And he made about 2-3 yards after the contact. And again, that's what college coaches like to see. Here's another one that the colleges seem to have passed up. And, okay, swing it out to number 1. That's Mike Bass. Again, this kid, folks, the smallest player out there. He's only 5'6", but about 5'5" of that is Hart.
Again, real quick snap, real quick pass, no waiting, no hidden plays. Just goes right through it.
Again, Bass has that escapability, and you know sometimes being small is an advantage because he's being hidden by some of the linemen. It's kind of hard to see where he's at. Okay, Farrell again trying the inside, and just nothing happening up the middle in this ball game for either team tonight. Again, Bass headed off to Hawaii, and we'll see how he does at the collegiate level. Again, sometimes kids will fool you. You think, he's too small to play. But when we get into halftime, we got a piece on Jonas Lewis out of Beaumont, who everybody says was too small to play high school ball and college ball, and now he's wound up with the San Francisco 49ers. So there's hope for all of us small fellers out there. Okay, Broadway with the fake, rolling back, and nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Sacked on the play by number 55. That's Chris Barrios, the Division II Defensive Player of the Year in CIF from Upland.
And you notice the quarterback lost his footing there. He tried to scramble out of it, and he just kept going backwards, landed up on his heels instead of his toes.
That's okay. I would have just thrown the ball down and run. Barrios is a big kid. Okay, it's 6-0 here in the second quarter of the Inland Empire All-Star Football Classic. Broadway with the ball for Riverside in the white. Steps straight back, fires one outside. Oh, they tried the hook and ladder, and they left the ladder at home. Let's see who came up with that ball. It is number 40 for the boys in blue. That's Angel Santiago, an all CIF linebacker out of A.B. Miller High School. That's John Tyree's program. Okay, what do we see here?
Turns, has a good pass, good flip, and the overlap was just a little too fast. A little hesitation.
Actually, it almost looked to me that was a forward lateral. It looks like he didn't quite. He was moving forward, and that's a good play when it works, and it's an awful bad play when it doesn't work, and it can look bad like that. But those are the kind of plays that can get you the big yardage. Okay, San Bernardino with the ball. Drake takes the snap, looking downfield, and intended for number 44. That's Sione Fafita. Again, like we said earlier, a lot of Samoans have migrated to the Inland Empire from American Samoa, because for those of you out there, you didn't know that there's also a British Samoa, and that's how you actually say it. It's Samoa, not Samoa, Samoa. Okay, like give me Samoa.
That's right.
Okay? And a lot of these coaches out here are hoping to get Samoans playing for them here, because, again, good work ethic, big kids too. Okay, here we go. Drake looking to the outside and kind of hit somebody there on the Riverside sidelines. No, actually went incomplete. Again, a lot of pressure being put on both quarterbacks tonight by the defensive linemen from both squads.
What people don't realize is heat after a while starts working up and working up. If you're not replacing the fluid you loosen out there, then the muscles reflect it, and you tend to get a lot tired sooner.
And no matter what sports you play, folks, whether you're playing soccer, football, basketball, you got to keep that. You got to make sure your kids are drinking. And water is a good thing. Any of those drinks are good. You stay away from the Coke. Coke is bad for your metabolism when you're playing sports. Okay, Drake looking outside, finds number 22. That's Wilson out of Altaloma. Again, Wilson out of Altaloma headed up north to play football for the San Jose State Spartans.
It's a nice, simple slant pass, nothing tricky, nothing too outlandish on it. It's just pick it up and throw it out to him.
Okay, they're saying they've got a first down. Let's see this replay again. Again, Drake just fires one out real quick. Hard to defend that. And Wilson stretched, but I don't know if he stretched enough. It looks like he stretched more after. Okay, now going to be 4th down and 1, punting situation for the boys in blue. Okay, Hawkins back again. Doesn't quite get it to do what he done in the past, and it's rolling back. And let's see, it's number 4. That's Ben Cruz out of A.B. Miller, who kept that ball from rolling back even more for negative yardage for the San Bernardino squad. Okay, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Riverside County All-Stars. Again, like I started to mention earlier, this is the third year in a row that the San Bernardino squad played Riverside in this new format. And Riverside's 0 for 2, and they're trying to get something going here tonight. And speaking of getting going, here's number 1. That's Mike Bass, and he took a lick from number 11. That's Abdullah Anderson out of A.B. Miller. What do we see here?
This replay, you're going to see him scamper through there. See how quick he cuts. And he's built so close to the ground to begin with, he can get away with those short, quick cuts. Comes back inside, finds a hole closed up, and again, trying to move outside again.
Again, that's one of the advantages. Like I said, you'd like a bigger back, but again, there's advantages to being small and quick. He didn't need much of a hole, and he had a nice one. He ran through and got some positive yards. Okay, Hill looking.
Looks like his favorite.
Yeah, it looks like number 88 again. That's Marcus Myers out of Valley View High School. Again, Myers, one of the few bright lights for Valley View this year. It's a kind of program that's kind of fallen on hard times. It used to be perennial Inland Empire kingpins, and the last few years they've kind of fallen on hard times. But Myers is one of the all-stars from that team.
Myers just a big kid,
too. Big kid, good athlete, too, and he's got a lot of yardage tonight already. I think he's got 4 catches up for nearly 80 yards already. Okay, Hill out of the shotgun, just drops straight back, firing downfield, looking for Boyd out of North, and just overshot him.
Sometimes a little bit of maturity in your quarterback, they know to step back and wait that extra second before letting that long bomb go.
Or put a little more air under it, let him run under it. And again, that's, with anything else, sometimes people need to give these guys an opportunity to develop. Right. And so at RCC, Hill's going to have an opportunity to get a lot of snaps and see what he can do and maybe impress somebody over the next couple of years and move on to a big 4-year school after that. It's all up to him.
I think they call it the gift of time.
That's right. Okay, that's Ryan Lux again with the punting duties. Gets a good bounce. Great bounce for Lux.
He's about the 11 now. There he goes
Yeah,
to the
down
10.
to the 10-yard. Lux again, all-CIF kicker out of Elsinore, had a big game this year against Temecula with very little time on the clock. Hit what every field goal kicker's dream is, to get that game-winning kick through the uprights.
And
there it is right now.
And his kick, you saw his leg come all the way up, his head stayed down, he went right through the ball. Tremendous effort there. Good work ethic in all these kids.
Okay, ball down on the 10-yard line, which means 90-yard touchdown possibility. I always try to think positive here. Again, they try to go inside, and
Looks like a fumble.
they say it's a fumble. We're waiting. It looks again, number 40, that's Hong Mai out of Poly. Let's see what we see on the replay.
Looks like number 33 from Riverside went in and got a hand on it.
And Mai just picked it right up. You know what? They couldn't ask for better field position, and kind of stunned the crowd here with this turnover at the 10-yard line.
You know, Jack Arnold started that by putting a hand on it while the ball was being delivered.
Okay, the diminutive one, number 1, goes inside, darts around, and into the end zone. Again, the smallest man picks up 6 points for the Riverside All-Stars. That's Mike Bass out of Centennial. Again, that was a sweet job right there. Again, actually, he didn't need a little hole. That was a mighty big hole.
It sure was.
But he showed that darting move. He danced inside, scooted by the linebacker, and into the end zone. There he is, number 1 in your hearts, and number 1 on the scoreboard right now with 6 points. Okay, let's see if we can get a kickoff. So we haven't had a place kick or a field goal attempt make it through the uprights here. So Broadway with the hold, and Lux gets it
There's
up.
the first one.
It's good. Oh, and the crowd goes crazy. Okay, that gives Riverside a 7-6 lead. Extra points can be very crucial. Special teams are where you win ball games, folks. Okay, what do we see here, Coach?
There again, he hands it, puts it right in the midsection. There it is. First cut, second cut. There's a third cut and a fourth cut. And his fifth cut is into the end zone. Tremendous footwork in this young man. Always going forward.
Forward, tremendous balance. Okay, 7-6, Riverside. Okay, who's on the sideline with Mallory?
I'm with Mike Bass, who just tied up the score. Well, actually, they're 1 ahead now. Mike, what worked for you out there?
They're getting tired, and our team's still in it. We got a lot of endurance, and they're sluggish, so it's open now. Needs a lot of scoring.
Okay, let's see if San Bernardino can respond to the Bass touchdown. Lux with a big boot, driving it down and into the end zone. And again, high school rules: you cannot return the ball kicked into the end zone.
And look at the disappointment.
Yeah, I mean, they want to, and they're the scorers right there. Lux with the PAT and Bass with the touchdown. Okay, Drake brings his troops out under center. Inside give to 21. That's Hawkins. A little inside reverse there. Not quite a reverse, but
He changed directions in that field real well in that second cut. There he goes.
That's how big. Who was that? That was number 98 or 99, Tommy Afuna, with a big hit there. Oh, that was a fine catch there by Sione Fafita. Again, Drake just firing that ball out into the flat. And number 44 has had a good game so far. Again, Hawkins for San Bernardino, number 21, very similar to Bass. He's like a bigger version of Bass. Has that shiftiness, a good speed, just a bigger athlete to him.
He's just willing to give it up.
Okay, it's second down for the boys in blue, trying to penalty on the play. We didn't quite catch that. There's the white hat with the yellow hanky driving back the San Bernardino squad.
To about the 18-yard line.
About the 18-yard line. It'll be second in a bunch. Okay, Drake under center. Gives it to Hawkins. Hawkins takes the ball, flings it downfield to number 42. That's Larry Williams out of Rialto. I tell you what, everybody's looking for Hawkins to run. He just pulled up and heaved it downfield.
That was a great move.
Great concentration there by Williams, too.
Absolutely.
I mean, he had to hold up a little bit on that. And that's quite common on these halfback passes. They don't quite get them down the field as far as they'd like. Okay, big first down here Drake rolling, and again looks upfield for number 44, Sione Fafita. Good possession receiver, kind of like a slot back type receiver, floating across that. Another Yeller hanky down on the field, and that's to be expected in an all-star game. You know, these are not polished teams yet. These are just great athletes coming together. Okay, who's with Mallory?
I'm with Nick Tavoloni, and not only is he a big supporter of this whole football game, but he's also a big supporter of the whole community throughout the whole year. And how did you get started with?
Well, originally we had this going on when I was younger, and then this game just stopped. And then when Jim Clover and Dr. Wald came into town, they wanted to get it going again, and they've done a wonderful job. And so that's, when I saw them doing that, I just wanted to play a very little part of it, and it's been a thrill.
That's great. That's fantastic. I want to thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, it's first down for San Bernardino out of the shotgun. Drake drops straight back, and now he's getting pressured by, I'll tell you what, that was a great block. And that was number 90 for Riverside. That's Travis Wozinski out of Corona. But again, that was number 44, Jermaine Horn, putting on the pressure to begin with.
You know, this Travis kid is 6'2", 220 pounds. Good size, good meat, and looks like pretty good speed.
And again, out of that Corona program, which the last couple of years, actually this year, struggled a little bit, although they had a couple of name players. One of their kids played in one of the big all-star games that was held here, I think, against Florida. And Travis is headed off to RCC, and I'm sure we'll hear big things out of him. And I can actually say his name, Wozinski, which is kind of cool. Can do the Simone names, can do all and, you know, one of the things I want to comment on, look at the different names we're looking at. It's very much a diverse group of student athletes here. Okay, Drake looking outside again to number 21, Hawkins, who gets away from the first would-be. Oh, the ball is poked away, and there's a scramble for it on the ground. I didn't quite see who poked that ball away, but someone laid a hat on it.
Riverside pulled it up.
And that looks to be number 33. That's our scholarship winner from the Sport Foundation, Jack Arnold, I think, or it could have been number 3. That's Jeff Norton from Murrieta. I don't know. There's number 41. That was Chris Smith out of Ulster, and he's the one that laid the hat to cause the fumble. So great field position here for the Riverside All-Stars at the 49-yard line. Okay, Hill takes it, gives to Bass. Oh, and he just found a hole up the middle. See, a bigger back couldn't have done that. He's still motoring downfield, gets a good block, and he's wrestled down at the 23-yard line. You know, again, there's where his size played to his advantage, because there was a hole, but it wasn't very big. Neither you or I could have squirted through that.
And his explosive speed. Once he got that ball, once he saw daylight, he was gone. He put it in the third gear and went.
Yeah, and people don't understand when I think too much emphasis is looked at a 40 time. You know, he runs a 4.5, runs a 4.6. It's really that first burst, which is what gets you to where you're going. You know, a kid can run a 10-900 meters, but not have that burst. And I tell you what, this young feller Bass is showing you why he was the CIF Player of the Year in Division 5. Okay, Hill with the ball. Apparently penalty on the play. It came back, and Hill's firing downfield. Oh my! Intended for his team. That's Broadway. For Riverside, the ball was intended for, but Abdullah Anderson out of A.B. Miller in the blue gave him a licking and separated Broadway from the ball.
And the referee's ruling he didn't have possession of the ball, so therefore it wasn't a recovery, and brings it all the way back.
I tell you what, that was a nice pass, though. It seemed to be right there in the money, but it was just a much finer defensive play. Okay, Hill it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Again, these defensive linemen for both squads are turning in great games, but that's to be expected in an all-star game. You can expect the defenses to outshine the offenses, because defenses go get ball. Go now get ball. And offense is a little more complicated than that. And so is the defense. We're kind of making light of it, but the defense is more one-minded. Let's hunt the ball and get to it. Okay, third down and about 9 for Riverside. Give to Bass again. He scoots up and out, but doesn't make enough for the first down play. Again, he's very, very quick.
It's that explosive speed again. Anybody can run a long race. Anybody can run a short race. But when you're in traffic like that, knowing when to turn it on is a real gift.
Okay, let's see what Hill does here. Takes the snap. Looking to his left. Being pressured, firing downfield. Oh, I tell you, that ball was right on the money to number 81, Boyd from North, but number 81 from San Bernardino, Clinton Sievers from Big Bear, said nothing doing.
Wasn't going to happen today.
Again, Sievers is one of our scholarship winners from the Sport Foundation. Congratulations to him. And that was fourth down play. The ball is turned over to the San Bernardino All-Stars.
I think you can almost feel the frustration from the San Bernardino team. I think they are so fired up and so pumped. They've got a little letdown right now, and it's hard to bring it back up.
Okay, Bo Drake with the ball, gives to Exmoor Cox, who's rolling outside and being pummeled to the ground by number 4. That's Desmond Daniels out of North, and he is headed to Minnesota Moorhead State in Minnesota, or something like Minnesota State Moorhead. He's going away. He's going to the state with a lot of lakes. That's all I know. The land of lakes.
And he's going to find a lot of wind there.
That's right. Okay, great job there by Daniels. Again, he found Cox in the open field and just laid his hat on him and dropped him to the ground. Yeah, hi, fellers. Say hi to Mom. Okay, Drake dropping straight back, getting pressured by, and sacked by number 78. Love this kid. His name is Rocky Avatongo from John W. North. He's a little mini refrigerator, and he's got some motor on him, and he just ran down the QB and threw him to the ground.
You know, at 5'11", 302, I think he's got a little bit of future in him.
You know what? Again, the defensive linemen for both teams have been putting on a show here tonight and giving quarterbacks pressure. Okay, Drake firing downfield, and it goes to number 22. That's Wilson, but the ball is stripped away. That was number 4, our man Desmond Daniels, stripped the ball away, and the ball is turned over. I'm waiting to see the call.
I don't know,
Yep,
Alan.
the ball's turned over. It is Riverside ball at the 49-yard line. It was a great throw, a great catch, but the strip was even better.
That's right. And I'm not sure both knees weren't down first, but the referees were right on the spot. They called it, and we live with it that way.
That's right. I don't know if we're going to be able to see this on the replay. Let's see if they're going to give us a replay here. There's our fumble maker. Okay, here's the ball. It's up in the air. And
He had to come back for it.
came back. The knees are... No, he stripped it before he went down to the ground.
There it is.